Women are missing out from the decision-making process.
Customary law has been a stumbling block for women.
आपका कस्टमरी लो, आपका कस्टमरी लो, आपका कस्टमरी लो, डिमासा कस्टमरी, नागा कस्टमरी, सबका कस्टमरी में एक महिला को थोड़ा सा सेपरेशन. You are woman.
Violence remains the core issue for all of the women.
The situation of women's security is really at stake now.
When it comes to the church, the women are nobody.
Many practices or traditional practices doesn't allow women to fully assert the rights of a human being.
Across the foothills of eastern Himalayas are the 8 states that make up one of the most special parts of India's political geography and history. Occupying a territory that consists of large sections of India's international borders, yet being far away from the center of administration has resulted in the northeast of India being a host of multiple political and cultural conflicts. What is it to be a woman in a land where traditional customs are maintained by constitutional provisions, where the voice of the man is upheld by lack of governmental supervision, and where political borders determine everyday life?
Are you happy on being born as a woman? Then some women say, no, I'm not happy of being born as a woman, because women have many do's and don'ts. We have many systems which control us. There are many restrictions, and we don't have the right to ownership, we don't have the right to inheritance, right? We don't have the right to property. Deep down we are struggling, even in the family also. In terms of agricultural activities or household activities, women do have a say, decides. But when it comes to these customary practices and laws, there's no voice.
Since 2009, Women in Governance, or WING, has been striving for a fair representation of women at all levels of governance. The 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution declares the tribal areas of Northeast to be autonomous regions. This bit of constitutional provision has ensured that the 150 plus tribes in the region are governed by their specific traditional customary laws rather than the laws codified for the rest of the country. But one really wonders how fair these customary laws are on women.
कस्टमरी लॉ के कारण ही ये इशूज़, ये तो लड़की है, ये तो औरत है, इस टाइप का जो मेंटेलिटी है कस्टमरी लॉ में ही है.
If a woman wants to get justice from state laws, it's not so easy for a woman to bypass the customary bodies and take help from these state laws. Most of the customary bodies are comprised of male members only. Their decision and their justice are most of the time very much from the perspective of a male. So it's very difficult for a woman to get justice from a woman's perspective.
ससुर के सामने बिना घूंघट बैठो कोई बात नहीं, हाफ पैंट में घुरो कोई बात नहीं, ब्रा लगा के हाफ पैंट में रहो कोई बात नहीं, लेकिन बट यू आर वुमेन, आप औरत हो, आपका बाइंडिंग क्या है वो आप समझो, हम बोलेंगे नहीं.
In Assam, The menace of witch hunting continues to claim lives of many women every year. Records suggest that between 2001 and 2017, 114 witch hunting related deaths of women have been reported.
What we feel like witch hunting is very common in some of the areas in Assam, especially the Bodo dominated belt and the Adivasi belt. Mainly in name it's witch hunting, but if you just do the case study, we find somehow there are traumatic situations involved, or there are other reasons are involved, and women are hunted like a witch.
Research shows that veiled beneath superstitious beliefs are issues around property and personal feuds.
যিমান কেইটা আমি দৈনিকে ষ্টাডি কৰিছোঁ প্ৰত্যেকতে এনেকা কিবা নহয় কিবা সম্পত্তি লৈ ল'ৰা ছোৱালী অলপ মানে ভাল হৈ যোৱা বা কিবা লৈহে তেওঁলোকক এইটো মানে আৰু দৈনিক হত্যাটো একেদিনাই নকৰে সেইটো পৰ্যায় পাবলৈ হয়তো মানে 1 বছৰ 2 বছৰ পিছত সেইটো হয় প্ৰথমতে হয়তো তাইক ডাইনি বুলি একজনে সন্দেহ কৰিলে সেইটো আকৌ দ্বিতীয় ঘৰত কথা পাতিলে তেনেকৈ মানে কথাটো ইমুখে হিমুখে যায় যেতিয়া ডাঙৰ হৈ যায় তেতিয়া গোটেই সমাজৰ মানুহখিনি এটা সাইডত হয় আৰু সেইটো ফ্যামিলি এটা অকলে এটা সাইডত হয় আৰু সেই কাৰণে তেওঁলোকক মানে মাৰিব পাৰে আৰু ডাইনি হত্যাটো আমাৰ দৃষ্টিত তেনেকৈ আহিছে
Through the efforts of gender activists and women rights organizations, in July 2018, the Assam Witch Hunting Prohibition, Prevention and Protection Act finally came into being. In Mizoram, where more than 80% of the population is Christian, the church has become a de facto power center. But how does it position itself when it comes to the needs of women?
We are very proud to say that Christianity has changed our society and we are being developed, But our attitude towards women has not been changed by Christianity. The main thing here in Mizoram is the church. The church do not really acknowledge, or the church does not try to utilize the potentiality of women. It is the church who stands firmly against women. The structure itself violates women's existence as a human being. So in the case of divorce also, the church never have any saying. When the issue comes, the church will just keep quiet. See, now everywhere domestic violence cases are there, but officially the church would never protest. So even counseling or any other things also, maybe individually the church members might have done it, but official church voice we never heard.
In a region that is marked by multiple forms of domestic and international conflicts, the military is part and parcel of everyday life. Women, who often represent the honor of a patriarchal social order, are twice as vulnerable to physical and sexual violence.
Conflict, ethnic conflict, armed conflict, these are issues affecting women. There are lots of women, very young widows, who live with trauma, not having a means of livelihood after their sudden death of their partners or their husbands.
We try to rehabilitate them in the whole, mainstreaming them in the whole process of wing, because they also need to participate in decision making, because gun widows policies are never kind of issue in the state by the state government. So why not they pressurize and why not they advocate for having a policy for this category of widows where their husbands are being killed in the armed conflict.
নাৰী নিৰ্যাতনৰ ওপৰত সেই আমি কাম কৰিছোঁ আৰু নাৰী নিৰ্যাতনৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আমি যিখিনি মানে ফলো আপ কৰিব লাগে অকল যে থানালৈ নি পিনি কেছটো সমাপ্ত কৰা নহয় তাৰ পাছত কি হৈছে কোৰ্টত গৈ মহিলাগৰাকীয়ে কি কৰিছে তেওঁ কিবা কোৰ্টত কথা ক'বৰ কাৰণে ভয় কৰিব নেকি মানে কোৰ্টত ষ্টেটমেণ্ট ক'বৰ কাৰণে তাৰ আগতে আমি কেনেকৈ মহিলাগৰাকীক প্ৰিপেৰেশ্যন কৰোঁ তেওঁ যিখিনি কথা ক'লে তেওঁ ন্যায় পাব সেই প্ৰিপেৰেশ্যন কৰাখিনি আমি কৰোঁ নিজে তেওঁক আমি ঘনাই ঘনাই লগ কৰি কথাখিনি ক'ব বিচাৰোঁ যে এইখিনি এনেকৈ ধৰণে ক'ব আপুনি একো ভয় নকৰিব আমি আপোনাৰ লগত আছোঁ আৰু এই কথাখিনি এনেকৈ ধৰণে ক'লেহে আপোনালোকে হেৰি হ'ব সেই গোটেই ফ'ল' আপখিনি কৰি আমি কেছটো শেষ নোহোৱালৈকে এগৰাকী মহিলাক কেনেকৈ ধৰণে ন্যায় দিব পাৰোঁ সেইটো চেষ্টা কৰোঁ
But now as the awareness level increases, people are ready to come out and fight against all these injustice.
The rate of violence, the level of violence through militarization was quite heavy for us. So we decided to work together on addressing the issues faced by women, and that's how Wing was evolved.
बहुत संघर्ष करना पड़ रहा है हमको लेकिन आने वाले दिनों में हम इसको सक्सेस कराएंगे ये आशा करते हैं
In our Wing network, we have the opportunity to connect all the women together from the 7 districts, then also women leader, then we could also extract their capacities and strength.
We dream by 2020 we see more women, younger women coming up and actively engaging in leadership and in decision making.